What's up, guys? Today's emotion code and body code collective session is depression and anxiety. So what is contributing to our depression and anxiety? I am wearing my Careful, I'm Grumpy t-shirt in honor of this session. So if you have some depression, some anxiety that you want to get rid of, please stick around. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Samantha and I'm a holistic practitioner. I'm a Reiki master and I practice emotion code, body code, and soon to be next week, belief code. So stay tuned for that. The purpose of this channel is to help you release the past, step into your power, and level up your life. So let's go ahead and get started. If you are new to emotion code and body code, I'll do a quick rundown. Emotion code and body code, we're using the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind knows everything about us, everything we've done, seen, said, tasted, and it knows what's going on in our body, what's contributing to those physical, emotional, and mental symptoms. So through muscle testing is what I'm going to be doing here. We're putting on our detective hats and we're following the breadcrumbs of the subconscious mind to figure out what you're holding on to in your body. With the emotion code, we focus on those emotions. So any emotions that you created, you really didn't know what to do with, and you decided to hold on to them. The body code goes a step further where we focus on 6 different categories: emotional wellness, circular system, pathogens, toxins, misalignments, and nutrition and lifestyle. Within each category is a subcategory within a subcategory within a subcategory. So we get very detailed as to what you're holding on to. Now, the subconscious mind will be relabeling and giving key words that relates to the body code. We're all connected, and so it just knows. So I will not be digging up into your skeleton closet, so you do not have to worry about that. There are some things that, some statements that we do uncover, and I'm going to do my best of my ability to give different examples or interpretations of this statement. But if I'm giving examples and you're just like, well, I resonate with none of those, I resonate with this, then that's the one for you. So I'm just here to help you out. Now, if you are new to energy healing, people may experience releases or sensations in their body as we're bringing things up. So emotions may surface, minor aches and pains, surges of energy, tingling, a heaviness, and so forth, heat, coldness, and so forth. It's all normal. Okay. So I just kind of want to give you a heads up before we get into the session. And, I don't want you to be panicking like, what's going on in my body? It's normal. It's completely normal. So I do have my charts here. So I'm going to be looking down a lot. Don't worry. I'm just following the breadcrumbs of the subconscious mind. This is a collective. So if you resonate, that's great. If you're not sure if you resonate, just, intend later during the releases that it gets released from you. If you have something that's close to it, flirt with it, and so forth. So let's go ahead and begin. So this is intended for a collective for depression and anxiety. So do we have any blocks or imbalances contributing to depression and anxiety we can release right now? Yes. So I did the muscle testing. When I say yes, this is the response I get. If I say no, it goes down. So this is what you're going to be seeing a lot unless I bring my hands down. So yes, there are some things that we can release. And so, and I said we can release it now. So let's go ahead and get started. So we have energy, mental, and a will to energy. A will to energy is created during a time of sadness, feeling hopeless, overwhelmed with life, physical pain, or so forth. And you think something with so much intensity that you get your mind's attention, it grabs it, runs away with it, and it becomes part of your personality. Now, with these, there is a chart here. Sometimes these can be a little sassy. They're usually one word in worst case scenario. So if we get any of the sassy ones, that's okay. I'll de-escalate it a little bit, find a lesser version of that. So let's go ahead and find that out right now. A will to hate others. So we have a will to hate others. Maybe it's not so much that we hate people. Maybe we dislike them. We can't stand being around them. Maybe, every time we're around them, they just give us anxiety. After 2020 and there was a lot of fear, people were very mean. And now it's just like, I don't even want to deal with it. I don't even want to be around people anymore. Maybe it's a group of people. Maybe it's your coworkers. Maybe it's just one person. You're willing to hate this one person. Maybe it's your friends. Maybe it's just random people you see at Walmart. Maybe it's your family members, or in general, you just dislike people. You just can't people anymore. And you're just like, I'd rather be alone with my cats, my pets, my dogs, and live my best life. So do we need to know more? No. So the subconscious mind's like, we're good. We don't need to know any more information. So is there another imbalance? Yes, there is more to the story. So we have energy, emotional, trapped emotion, and a common trapped emotion, which is rejection. So at some point of our lives, we felt rejected by a loved one, by a family member, by going to the store and we asked a question and they're like, no. Any type of rejection, it could be even towards ourselves too. You can intend that it's from a specific time in your life. So if something popped in your head, like, oh my gosh, I know exactly what that is, then intend that that gets released. If you're unsure, just intend that if you have any rejection, balls of energy in your energy system, that it gets released. All of it gets released when we start releasing. So do we need to know more? No. Is there another imbalance? Yes. Energy, mental, and a will to. So another will to. So at some point in our lives, we felt very sad, hopeless, or overwhelmed, and we thought something in our head and our mind ran away with it. It's like, oh, you want this? Okay. Hide true self. There is always a part of us that we're hiding true self. There's always a part of ourselves that we're hiding. Now, maybe this doesn't relate to friends and family, but new people in our lives. I mean, we're our coworkers, maybe a significant other, we're hiding ourselves. This can be, you know, showing them our hobbies, our opinions, our passions, and so forth. Anything about us, our weird quirks, maybe our unpleasant or our perceived flaws that we just don't like and we don't want people to see. It's just being vulnerable. And it could just be simple as sharing your opinion. Maybe everybody likes Pepsi and you really like Coke. And you're afraid to speak up because you just don't want people to be like, what? You like Coke? Oh my gosh, what's wrong with you? You know, things like that. As simple as that. It could be multiple things. It could be something that I didn't even say. So do you need to know more? No. Is there another imbalance? Yes. Do we need to know more? Do you need to know more? Now we have toxin, excess, stress hormone. Do I need to explain this? This can be from any point in your life where you experience stress and your body didn't properly release it, process, and so forth. I'm going to intend that all of it gets released. Do you need to know more? No. Is there another imbalance? Yes. Energy, post-traumatic, a physical emotional shock. This is very similar. Let me write this down. A physical emotional shock. You saw something was said to you, something was done to you, maybe you did something, and it put you in a state of shock where you felt like you got punched in the gut. It punched in the gut. It was almost like disbelief. The biggest one could have been September 11th. That's a major one in the United States. Everybody was in shock. They kind of froze and they're just like in disbelief that this is actually happening. Do you need to know more? Do we need to know more? No. Is there another imbalance? Yes. Energy, mental, a memory field. A memory field is like a dark cloud over your head. So it usually hangs out on the top of your head or the front here. So it can give you some brain fog and living in the past. You keep living in the past. So there's some sort of memory from the past that you keep reliving. It's almost like with relationships, it's like same situation happens, but a different person. It's because you have this memory and you can't seem to let go of it. You may refer to this memory a lot. It's preventing you from moving forward, or you just see it happening over and over in your life, whether it's a couple months, couple years, or so forth. You're just kind of can't seem to break free. Your mind remembers and you're like, I really don't want to remember. So I'm going to find the emotional theme of this. Sadness. So the theme is sadness. So you may have a hard time moving on from this, or it is something that keeps making you feel sad. And it's the same situation over and over again, kind of like with the relationships. Like once it gets to 3 months, they disappear and it makes you sad. As an example, do we need to know more? No. Is there another imbalance? Yes. Energy. Offensive. And an entity. Okay, so we got the spooks. Now, an entity is just a negative energy. It doesn't have to necessarily mean it's a ghost or it's the spooks. It can be any type of negative energy. So let me explain this. We've all walked into a room and we're like, the energy is thick. Like we know that someone had a fight here or some high emotion, but there is no evidence of it. So it could be something similar with that. We are surrounded by energy. There's good, positive, negative, and so forth. You go to the store, there is everyone's energy, energy from the past and so forth, and you can just absorb it. If you match that frequency, so let's say you were having a bad day, you have anxiety, and you go to the store, and if there's blobs of energy that matches that anxiety energy, you're going to absorb it. And it's kind of like if we're talking about the spooks, if they are vibrating at the same energy as sadness, they're going to be like, look at you, be like, hey girl, what's up? And they're going to be attracted to you because you are feeling what they are. So they want to hang out with you. There is a double-edged sword with this because if they are also attracted to your light. So my recommendation for this is when you take a shower, at the end of the day, the beginning of the day, or some sort of ritual, you can intend that any entities that are not yours or any entities to be released from you now. You can hold a personal item around you, like a rosary, a cross, magnets, or a crystal, with the intention that it protects you from any entities from entering your energy system. Or you can just declare and be like, listen, nobody comes in unless I say so, because this is your house. This is your energy system. But there are some symptoms when it comes with entities, and we're going to go over them. So fatigue, physical discomfort, negativity and mood issues, addiction, feeling like something is there that doesn't belong, feeling stuck, feeling confident or conflict, or resistance coming from the outside, self-sabotage, anger at self, self-doubt, mental illness symptoms, and nightmares. So that is a heavy list, and I will intend at the end that we release all entities if you have more than one hanging out with you. So do we need to know more? No. Is there another imbalance? Yes. Gotta fix my little chart here. There we go. Energy. Offensive. And courting. So we can have cords between other people. Now, cords aren't positive because you became codependent. It's like you're feeding off of each other, your energy. You have this little cord, and it can cause codependency. It can cause that the relationship just can't seem to be fixed. Like you guys are always arguing. You can't find a common ground. It's because of this. You're feeding the energy. You maybe can't stand being around each other. These cords can be located in different parts of the body, but we're not going to investigate that. Well, do I want to? I'm going to see what this specific cord is, but I'm going to intend that all cords are removed. So where is this cord specifically? It is in the gut. So the gut, this is where your solar plexus is, and your solar plexus is all about you, your personal power, your willpower, you being you being your authentic self, stepping into your power. So this is off. you don't feel confident. You may have some anxiety, depression, and so forth. So this is great. I'm glad that I decided to see where this was, but I will intend that all cords will be removed at the end. So do we need to know more? No. Is there another imbalance? Yes. Energy, emotional, trapped emotion, and a common trapped emotion. Depression. Depression. So we created the emotion of depression and we just didn't know how to release it or get rid of it. Me personally, if I ever feel depressed, it drives me nuts because I feel numb. I don't know how to work with depression. But yeah, we're going to release that. We're going to release all of that. So do we need to know more? No. Is there another imbalance? No. So for today's session so far, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we had 9 blocks or imbalances. So if you are unsure if you resonated with anything, that's okay. Just intend that if you can release it, if there's anything similar to it, flirting with it, that it gets released from you as well. Your higher self, your subconscious mind knows you. So if something resonates, is close to it, it will be released from you. You may feel sensations as I am releasing, minor aches and pains, emotions may surface, hot and cold temperature changes, your stomach may growl, you may get goosebumps and so forth. This cannot hurt you, and there's nothing wrong if you don't feel these sensations. Everybody is unique when it comes to this. Every session is unique. So let's go ahead and begin. So everybody let's just take a deep breath in. And let's begin. I set the intention to release all forms of depression. Anything flirting with it, similar to it, I release it. Did we release all forms of depression? Yes. I set the intention to release any cords attached to anybody and send it with love. Remove it and send it with love. Any cords within our bodies. Did we release the cords from our bodies? Yes, that was a good one. I set the intention to release this entity and any other entities with love, and I ask God to send it to the light. Did we release this entity? Yes. I set the intention to remove the memory field of sadness. Did we remove the memory field of sadness? Yes. I set the intention to release the physical emotional shock. Did we release the physical emotional shock? Yes. I set the intention to release all stress hormones from our entire life, past lives, different dimensions and beyond. We don't want this stress in our body. Ooh. Did we release the stress hormone? Yes. I set the intention to release the will to hide true self. Did we release the will to hide true self? Yes. I set the intention to release all forms of rejection, anything flirting with it, inherited, other dimensions and beyond. Did we release all forms of rejection? Yes. I set the intention to release the will to hate others. Did we release the will to hate others? Yes. I set the intention to fill all the empty spaces from the releases with love, light, and gratitude. Did we fill all the empty spaces with love, light, and gratitude? Yes. Do we have any blocks or imbalances contributing to any depression or anxiety? No. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Kind of be present within your body and see if you notice any changes. Did you experience any sensations during the releases? Do you feel more relaxed? Do you feel lighter? Maybe you'll feel differences later. Maybe you'll sleep amazing. Maybe you'll be living your best life and notice you're not as triggered anymore. Be patient with yourself. Sometimes this can take up to a week to notice a difference. Some people do feel it right away, and that's okay as well. Make sure you drink plenty of water. Give me a glass of water, please. So drink some water. Always be nice to yourself. Always be your biggest cheerleader, because you're the only person you spend the most time around. So you might as well be nice to yourself. If you want to work with me one-on-one, I do offer one-on-one sessions with Reiki, Emotion Code, Body Code, and soon to be Belief Code. Everything is in the description below, my website, more about me, and all that fun stuff. Thank you so much for watching and being a part of this collective healing, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye!